Hello everyone, my name is Justin Victor. I am 12 years old and I'm a student council member Design for Change USA. And today I'll be teaching you guys how to properly wash your hands and how germs spread. But before we get onto the workshop teaching you guys, I'm going to tell you guys how I got educated and I learned about how to properly wash hands and how germs spread. So when I started to learn, I was in 5th grade and we had a horrible flu season that year. I even got sick with the flu. So we was focusing on how the flu happens and how it spreads to other people. So we learned all the germs, those pandemics and flus, they all come from germs. So then we focused more on germs so we wouldn't have flus and things like COVID and pandemics. So after we learned about germs, we learned on how it spread, which is through air or through touching. And then we learned on the most effective ways on how to kill germs, was basically knowing how to properly wash your hands and how to protect from spreading those germs to other people. So now I'm going to teach you guys the proper ways how to protect yourself, and protect other people from spreading germs. So the main way how I see people spread germs was I'm going to show you guys the way how it's airborne, how it spreads through air. So when people sneeze and cough, I either see them do it without covering their mouths properly, or they do it in their hand, or they know how to do it and they do it properly. And it's extremely dangerous if you do it in the air, because that's how, if a person walks by you, they inhale all the bacteria and germs that you just sneezed out. Which, if you guys did not know, here's a fun fact that germs, if you sneeze or cough, it could spread out to farther than 6 feet. So even if you think you're social distancing, especially through times like this, and you sneeze without covering your mouth carelessly, you're thinking, oh, it's not going to affect nobody because there's no one around me. It could spread 6 feet away. So if someone just coming out of a store and you just sneeze, it could spread all the way towards them. And germs could stay on any surface for as long as 3 hours. So then that's extremely dangerous because you think that it's not spreading to no one, but it could spread to multiple people. That's why it's important you know how to properly sneeze and cough, which is you cough like this and you sneeze like that. Because especially when you cough in the air or cough in your hands, that's how it spreads through hands and touching, and through air, which is by coughing in the air and sneezing in the air. And the way how it spreads through hands is if you cough in your hand or sneeze on your hand, the bacteria is in your hands. Then you go to the store to buy something. Say if you're getting a mango, you're at the grocery stores, and you look at it to see if it's ripened and stuff. You touch it and you see if it's ripened, and you're like, nah, I don't like this one. I'm going to choose another one. So the germs that you have on it is now on the mango, which touches the other mangoes, then touches another one, and it goes on and on and on till all the mangoes are infected, and you touch another mango, which is closer to the oranges, which infects the oranges. And now that's how you see. I hope you guys get the concept of what I'm trying to say on how germs spread. And then say you get a phone call from your parents, right? Especially the mangoes have germs on it too, because from other people that touched it before you. Then you get a phone call from your parents asking you to don't forget to bring lemons for the lemon juice you're gonna make later. So you touch your phone with the germs from the mango and from yourself, which is now on your phone. And then you see a friend that you haven't seen or a family member, you go hug them and high five them. So that only spread. First you sneeze in the air or you sneeze in your hand. So it's in the air for people that's going to walk into the store. They inhale it because when you're breathing, when they walk in, that's how it spreads to multiple people. Now you touch fruits that other people's going to touch. That's how it also spreads to other people. That's why it's very important that we know how to properly stop ourselves from spreading germs. That's why the correct way to cough and sneeze is like this. You cough and you sneeze in your elbow like this. Because when you touch things, you don't touch things with the inside of your forearm. You don't touch things with that. And it's always good. Say if you have hand sanitizer after that, if you sneeze or cough, it's good to say wipe wherever you coughed or sneeze with hand sanitizer if you have it on you. So that's the ways how germs could spread. And I'm going to tell you how to prevent yourself from stopping germs from spreading and protecting you and your family from germ spreading. So if you're outside, I suggest that whenever you go outside, even if you think you're not going to touch nothing, it's always important to have hand sanitizer with you. Because say if you have to get something, if your parents say, and another example of how I said, say if your parents call you, because you never know what's going to happen. You're walking, about to go to the park, and you pass by a store, right? And you get hungry. You think you're not gonna touch nothing, but now you touch the door handle, the store, everything in the store that you're gonna buy. So you never know. That's why it's always good to have hand sanitizer with you. So if you touch something, then you always have hand sanitizers. And I'm going to give you guys some examples of times you would need hand sanitizer or when you would have to wash your hands. So if you're outside and you just come from, for example, you just come from playing basketball or any type of sport that you like that involves touching your hands. After that, say all the germs from the ball is now on your hands. So that's why it's important to have hand sanitizer. So say if your friends are about to leave, they already use hand sanitizer. They think their hands is clean. And then they're like, bye, bro, see you later. They high-five each other. While they're thinking their hands is clean, that's how you spread it to other people. Because if you guys don't notice, germs are very slick. They could spread easily, even in ways that you don't even think of. So that's how another way how germs can spread. So that's why it's very important to have hand sanitizer with you whenever you leave your household. So you just in case, you always have hand sanitizer to make sure that your hands are clean. Now I'm going to tell you guys other scenarios when you guys should know when to wash your hands. For example, coming out the restroom or taking out the garbage, playing with your pets before and after eating. Those are times when you should always think to wash your hands. Because you guys could think, oh, my hands was clean, I didn't touch nothing. But remember, as I said before, germs could last on the surface for 3 hours. So you could think, did I touch nothing, anything? But nah, the last time I touched something was an hour ago. So my hands is fine. I didn't really touch nothing. People could think that, but if you don't know, that's an hour ago, but they can last 3 hours without dying. So that's what is very important. After everything you touch, you should always wash your hands because that's the safest way to keep yourself and your family safe. So now I'm gonna show you guys an experiment of how easily germs can spread, so you guys can get like a visual of how germs can spread. So as you guys can see, this glitter in this plate, we're gonna use this as an example as the germs. So this is germs, and I touched the door handle that a person with COVID touched. Like say if they sneeze in their hand, then they touch the door handle. So now the COVID is on the door handle, right? So think of this as COVID, especially during times like this. So I touched the door handle, and all of it is in my hand now. It's all over my fingers and my fingertips. So it's all over my hand, as you can see. This is glitter, by the way. So it's all of it's in my hand, right? I see a fruit. I'm like the mango situation. I see a fruit. I grab the mango. See, is this good? Nah, I don't like it. So if I had a mango with me, I could have showed you guys how all the germs from my hands is still on there. And then I put that mango back with the other mangoes, the clean mangoes. And it keeps on infecting and affecting the other mangoes. Then, as I say, I get a phone call. My parents call me. Then, boom, I touch my phone. And to answer my phone, I have to touch it, right? I touch it. There's on stuff on my phone. Now it's on my face. So that's how it can spread to my face. And that's very dangerous because once you get germs on your face, then you eat something, then your eyes start itching. Then that's how it gets in your immune system and in your body. So then I put the phone back in my pocket because I'm done on the phone. I see a friend. I'm like, hey, buddy, long time no see. How are you? You just conversating and then you're leaving. Then you high-five them. Give them a nice high-five. Now there's still germs on their hand. And you think you get home and you're going to go wash your hands, right? You go to wash your hands. You touch the faucet. That's one thing I always want you guys to know. When you guys wash your hands, if you don't have someone to turn on the water or put soap in your hands, you have no other choice to touch the faucet with your dirty hands. So you should always know that, remember, think of this in your hand every time you touch something. Think that you have glitter in your hands. So you should know that there's germs on the faucet now, right? So once you turn the water on, especially the proper ways, you guys got to know the proper ways to wash your hands too. So once you wet your hands properly, and then put soap in your hands. Then scrub thoroughly for 20 seconds. Once you finish scrubbing, get your fingernails between your fingers. And make sure the water is warm so it's more effective and it kills the germs better. So once you finish, do not touch the faucet it is best that you get a paper towel, dry your hands first. Once you dry your hands, get another paper towel, because remember, there's still germs on the faucet. So once you get another paper towel, you close it. So people must think, okay, there's germs on there, alright, I'm good. I turned it off, I didn't touch it with my hands. But no, it's still extremely dangerous, because if there's someone else to touch the faucet, say if someone else comes, say you have a brother or sister, and they ask you, oh, can you turn on the water for me, my hands are dirty. You touch the faucet again. Or say if they ask their parents, because you know there's germs on it, but your parents don't. So then you ask the parents, a little brother, little sister, someone else, they ask, Mom, Dad, can you turn on the water for me because my hands is dirty and I don't want to touch it. The parents touch it, now there's germs on their hands. So that's how easily germs can spread. So that's why it's very important to know, once you touch something with germs on it, it's always important to get disinfectant spray to spray down whatever you touch. As you can see, I'm spraying it right now. Spray whatever you touch with disinfectant spray. Then you get another paper towel to wipe everything down. So once you do that, everything's safe and sound and it's good. So then it has no more bacteria on it. So all the bacteria from the store and everything you touch is now gone. But no, it's actually not gone. That's a twist. Because you know why? You guys forgot about the phone part. Because look, the phone's still in my pocket now. Inside of my pocket is now dirty. And my phone, it still has the germs on it. I touch my phone again. You see, there's a little bit of glitter on my fingertip, right? My nose itches or my eye itches. I itch, boom, germs on my face again. When I think I'm clean, then all of a sudden I'm sick. But I'm like, how am I sick? I stay washing my hands for 20 seconds. I social distance. People think that, but that's why it's always important too. Another fun fact is that if you have wipes, you should always use wipes before you even wash your hands to wipe your phone down. Because if you don't have wipes, you can get a paper towel with hand sanitizer, put hand sanitizer in the paper towel and wipe it down. Because if you don't know, say if I get another phone call because I forgot I left the groceries outside before I touched them, or your parents or brother and sister ask you to help you or something, they call you. You touch your phone again, and the germ cells on here is now on your face again. Don't forget, there's still germs on your face. So now it's on your face. Like, I'll come outside, help you with the groceries. Okay, I'm coming. You think your hands is clean. They ask you if your hands is clean. Yeah, I just washed it. But guess what? There's still germs on your hand. You might not think there's germs on your hand. That's how people get confused when they get sick. That's why it's always important to stay very cautious with whatever you touch. After everything you touch, you should always wash your hands. Because you might think that your hands is clean, but you might forget the other things, how there's germs on it. Because I bet you guys, after I said the disinfectant spray, you guys probably forgot saying, okay, then that's how you do it. Okay, I'm going to do that. But you guys completely forgot about the phone. Because that's how it spreads to the phone. And as you guys can see, there's still glitter on there. So that's how germs spread. That's why it's important. When you get the paper towel, just fold it up. Put hand sanitizer in it. If you don't have wipes, this is the thing you could do if you don't have wipes. So you could just rub it in the paper towel. So that's when you get the phone, you could wipe it down and stuff before you use it. And another thing, I see people, they try their best to basically stop germs from spreading by using gloves whenever they go out. Like, I'm not saying gloves is bad, but gloves is a good thing to do. It's a good start if you don't want to spread germs. But it's not that different from your bare hands. Because if you do the same exact thing I just showed you guys with touching the mangoes, touching all that stuff with gloves, it's the same type of dangerous as it is with bare hands. At least, only thing that's different is that your hands is being protected. And another thing I tend to see all the time is when people throw out their gloves after they stop using it, but they don't throw it in the garbage. They just throw it on the floor. Because there'll be times I'm walking in the street, I just see some used gloves on the floor, which is extremely dangerous to the environment. So that's why I suggest, say if you're an adult, this is for all the adults that have cars and that drive cars and stuff. If you're wearing gloves, you touch your car door, the handle. So all the germs that's from the gloves, from all the things you touch, is now on your car handle, then you're driving with gloves. So that's how another way germs could spread. You could think, oh, I have gloves on, so my hands is clean, everything's clean. But that's not always true. After you touch anything, you should always know that there's germs on it. So that's why I suggest to you guys, After you're done with the gloves, after anything you touch, and you know you're going to touch something that you're going to use later, for example, like your phone, suggest you take off the gloves if you're going to touch your phone and stuff with your clean hand instead of the dirty glove. And once you're done with the gloves and you're not home and there's no garbage around you, I suggest you have like any type of bag, any paper bag, plastic bag, and put the gloves in it and tie it. So then you have it in a bag so it's not touching nothing and infecting nothing while you're driving home. So once you get home, put it in recycling, like in the recycling bin or in the garbage bin, because you don't want to just throw it on the floor, because that's how it affects the environment, and then it's extremely dangerous. So that's the end of the experiment. I hope you guys learned something new. And hashtag stop the spread. Stay safe, everyone.